This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 4, 2022. And in the news this afternoon, St. Anne fugitive fatally shot in confrontation with the police. One of the 4 men who had escaped the lockup at the Ocherias police station on August 5 this year was fatally shot in a confrontation with police on Saturday. He has been identified as 40-year-old Terence Harrelal of Claremont in the parish. It is reported that about 5:05 p.m., a police team acting on a tip from Crime Stop went on a snap raid in the Hampstead area of Runaway Bay in search of Harrelal. Police say upon arrival at the targeted premises, the accused was not seen. However, police say on their way back, Harrelal was seen on the roadway. Reports are that the police attempted to accost Harrelal when he reached for his waistband and pulled out a shiny object. The police say they took evasive action and Harrelal was shot and wounded, according to reports. Police say a homemade firearm was retrieved from Harrelal along with 2 12-gauge cartridges. He was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. In the meantime, police say the search continues for 42-year-old Dennis Colburn of Islington St. Mary, who has been charged for rape, 22-year-old Javier Grant of Prairie St. Anne, who was charged for illegal possession of firearm, and the 30-year-old Jermaine Rogers of Mile End in Ocherias, who was charged with illegal possession of firearm. Police seek public's assistance in locating 6 witnesses in court case. Detectives from the Eletson Road Police Station in Kingston are seeking the public's assistance in locating 6 witnesses who are vital to a case currently before the court. The police reported that they are searching for Jermaine Forth, Winsome Dennis, and Davian McLean, all of whose last known address is Taylorland 9 miles in Bull Bay, St. Thomas. Antoinette Pennant, whose last known address is Orange Villa in Kingston, Valerie Wilson, whose last known address is Market Road, Port Morant in St. Thomas, and Dale Morgan are all being sought by the police. They are scheduled to appear before the Home Circuit Court on Monday, December 5. Fourth, Dennis, McLean, Pennant, Wilson, Morgan, or anyone knowing their whereabouts is asked to contact the Eletson Road Police Station at 876-839-6875 or the nearest police station. Reputed gang leader killed in the vicinity of Nugent Lane. The Kingston Central Police are keeping a close watch on sections of Nugent Lane and the surrounding communities following the fatal shooting of a reputed gang leader on Friday. 35-year-old Kemar Patterson was fatally shot by men on foot along Kensington Avenue in the vicinity of Nugent Lane shortly after 6 p.m. Investigators reported that Patterson, who was reputedly the leader of the 610 gang, was killed in reprisal for the shooting death of another man, O'Shane Brown, in the community on Thursday. Patterson was recently released from prison after 5 years in custody. The police have increased their presence in the area to prevent reprisal attacks. Manchester-based Taxi Association demands answer on funds to help operators. At least one Manchester-based taxi association is demanding answers from the government concerning what it has done with the funds which were pledged earlier this year to operators of public passenger vehicles, including route taxi operators and contract carriage operators, to cushion rising fuel prices. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark had announced that the administration would make available government assistance to register taxi operators. However, it later turned out that the vast majority of taxi operators had failed to take up the offer. President of the Central Manchester Taxi Association, Shirley Johnson, raised the issue of the poor take-up during a recent People's National Party town hall meeting in Manchester. Mr. Johnson wants the government to say what it has done with the funds which were not taken up by the PPV operators. In his response, opposition spokesman on transport, Michael Phillips, revealed that the number of persons who got the benefit during COVID was under 50%. He also outlined other areas of concern. The Ministry of Transport has no connection to the app itself. They don't know who got, who did not get, so it shows that disconnection between the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Transport. Mackenzie criticizes human rights group for not speaking out when necessary. Jamaica's human rights lobby groups are again coming under heavy criticism for allegedly not showing the same level of energy they champion as prescribed in their mandate versus other matters that are deemed deserving of public outcry. The criticism came from local government minister Desmond Mackenzie during his recent address at the graduation ceremony for firefighters at Iona High School in St. Mary. The local government minister highlighted what he claims is the deafening silence on the part of human rights regarding an incident in which the actions of a motorist resulted in the death of a firefighter following a road traffic crash. Lorenzo Dose, 25, was killed on November 30 in St. Anne when a car overtook a line of traffic and crashed into a parked fire truck, pinning him between both vehicles. The local government minister said it was noteworthy that the deceased firefighter's sister was among the batch of 109 new firefighters graduating, and that both had followed in steps of their father, who is also a serving member. Thereafter, Mr. Mackenzie proceeded to chastise unnamed human rights groups for not condemning the action which led to the firefighter's death. The local government minister also asserted that Jamaica is currently experiencing a level of indiscipline which many people have taken for granted and given support to. Government may seek overseas help to implement outstanding issues on legislative agendas. Government may have to draw on overseas talent to help with the implementation of several outstanding issues on legislative agendas. Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, Honorable Marlene Malahoo Fort, had outlined earlier this year that her ministry will take charge of and give focused attention to the government's legislative agenda and its legal and constitutional reform aspirations. Two key areas included the administration's legislative plans to break with the British monarchy and to establish Jamaica as a republic, as well as a reformation of Jamaica's laws to begin the process of reviewing the country's constitution. The Legal and Constitution Affairs Minister, in a recent interview with the news, highlighted several challenges dogging the proposed legislative changes. NSWMA says it is making steady progress in garbage cleanup island-wide. The National Solid Waste Management Authority says it is making steady progress in removing garbage from communities and illegal dump sites across the island. The agency launched its island-wide cleanup campaign last week following complaints about the pileup of garbage in communities across the country. Executive Director of the NSWMA, Audley Gordon, told the news that the agency has been receiving positive feedback since it began deploying the 50 new garbage trucks to parishes across the island. He added that the NSWMA employees will be working longer hours to remove the backlog of garbage. Our disposal sites are opening for longer hours. We are also looking to push that third trip to ensure we achieve our objective. In the meantime, Mr. Gordon is again urging members of the public to alert the NSWMA regarding illegal dump sites. There are some numbers that you can call us if you see anything untoward, if you see the truck parked anywhere too long and there is no garbage there to take up, if you see the truck driving recklessly, whatever, help us.
I'm getting reports from St. Anne, I'm getting reports from St. Mary, getting reports from Portland, St. James, West Negril. I'm getting report from St. Elizabeth. I'm looking at some of the reports as we speak. I'm getting report from Clarendon. I'm getting reports from St. Catherine. I was part of the team in Portmore where we spent 2 days and we are in the northern St. Catherine area now. We're pushing hard and we are moving out the backlog, and the plan is to clear all the backlogs, and by this we mean the people who were outside of a 1 week collection who will be on a week and haven't gotten a collection. We are taking all those out the system. Within the next 10 days, we should be completing all the backlogs across Jamaica. We will be out and about. We have bought 10 new bikes for our enforcement team, and they are now for the first time mobile and can move with better response time towards infractions when we hear about them. We are thankful for those little partnerships that we are developing. We want more partnership. We want more people to help us to do a good job or a better job. On the side of the trucks and to the back of the trucks, there are some numbers that you can call us if you see anything untoward. If you see the truck parked anywhere too long and there's no garbage there to take up. If you see the truck driving recklessly, whatever, help us.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.